Hey turds and nerds, welcome back to another installment of the online Clemson season on Heisman. We're using Clemson every game, we're playing the full year, we're tracking stats, we're trying to achieve goals, we're trying to win a natty, maybe trying to win an award. So far looking good. We're 7-0, had some ups and downs, but we found a way to win every game so far. You know we don't do a lot of dillying or dallying around here, so we're going to hop into Game 8 in just a second. But before we do, let's recap what you might have missed yesterday. Nothing too crazy or exciting with Game 6. The Michigan Wolverines came to town. We made a conscious effort to get Antonio Williams a little more involved. And first drive of the game, he takes a screen pass in for a touchdown. And the second drive of the game, he takes another screen pass in for a touchdown. 2 touchdowns for Antonio in that game. Our opponent did score on his first drive, a couple of fluky plays, a couple of scrambles, a long bomb, but after that it was all clamps. Here's a Sammy Brown pick six. I believe TJ Parker got some pressure, forced an errant throw. Sammy Brown's way too fast, you know how that is. And then his very next offensive possession, we hit him with the mid blitz. Jaden Lucas gets, I think, his 3rd INT of the year, and this guy was long gone. And there's the box score from that Michigan game. As always, pause it if you need a little bit of a longer look. It was a pretty good run-of-the-mill game. I thought we were playing well, but he only wanted to play for about 2 quarters, and hard to compile stats when they're always quitting out. A little bit more action in the 7th game of the year. We go on the road to Autzen Stadium against number 4 Oregon, and my opponent's first drive ends in a Wade Wood-ass interception. Why wouldn't it? 1 play later, our first play on offense, opponent must have made a mistake. Pressed his coverage, no safety over the top. Tyler Brown, the youngster, first touchdown of the season. Way to get in there with the big guys at wide receiver. Pretty low-scoring game until the opening kickoff of the second half. Adam Randall, gone. Is that his first of the year? No, second of the year. He had that big one against LSU, against that top 100 guy. That's an Adam Randall 100-yard kickoff return touchdown. And what is this? Am I just replaying the same clip? No, I'm afraid I'm not. Very next kickoff we receive, Adam Randall, long touchdown kick return. This guy rules. I don't think we paid him enough credit yesterday. That really was a great game from Adam Randall. He added a rushing touchdown late in the game. TJ Parker got his first sack of the season. Khalil Barnes got his 2 first interceptions of the year. Great all-around game, all 3 phases. Clemson 7-0 to start the year. Let's get in to game number 8 right now. Fun, Alabama. First time seeing them this year. Heisman player, couple of natties. This was a fun rivalry 10-12 years ago. Both teams maybe falling off a little bit, but hey, not for long. You already know the drill on defense. We're going to sit in a pretty soft cover 3 most of this first drive, I would think. A little curl route to Ryan Williams. Oh, we got a no-huddler. You got a whole scheme behind it, or? Check down to Jam Miller. Makes sense so far. I mean, nothing profound about these plays. Getting it out quick. See, does he have like different plays that he rotates in? Okay, he's got a run. And if we're not playing the run, that's going to be dangerous. Still just no huddling. Man, that kind of seemed like he already had his mind made up. I do my 2 passes, I do my handoff. 4th play, I sprint with Ty Simpson. Rolling. Oh, that's a terrible pass. Now, how are you going to have this whole little thing set up? No, Isaiah Horton's not catching him. Avion Terrell, first pick 6 of the year. Very, very, very confusing opponent. whatever you were doing, like it seemed to be what you were comfortable with. You looked like you kind of did it intentionally with the no huddle, and you had some plays, specifically chosen in order. Why do you get across midfield and just throw that? Baffling, but 7-0 Clemson. Go Tigers. He's back in the exact same formation for drive number 2, so that just may be his brand. Ooh, that was that same curls play. We got a knockout this time from Sammy Brown on Josh Cuevas. Same formation again. I guess this is just his scheme. Look for those curls. Oh, they're in his face. A lot of pressure, and that's got to be a pick. Yeah, I don't think this should be your scheme, friend. But you do you. Stay as long as you'd like. Ooh, pretty obvious man coverage here, so we're going to, instead of Wesco's normal return route, we're just going to put him on a comeback. He is being guarded pretty tight. Oh, yeah, didn't even get to his hands. Just good play on D. That was some pretty tight man coverage. And admittedly, I don't have a lot of man beaters out of this playbook yet. I'm sure they're in here. They almost certainly are. I don't know them. And honestly, every time I face press man on anyone other than Indiana, all I think about is, oh, I wish I had... Snap the ball! Come on! Dang it! Awesome start. Looks like I'm going to be pressed the whole game, and I don't really have any beaters for it. Let's try the stick and nod. Yeah, he isn't, man. It's going to be Randall out there. He's a running back, but he's got cushion. No. Man, you're a former wide receiver. Hang on to the ball. So we gotta figure out something against this. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, can just throw some drags and have them cross each other, some mesh concepts, that sort of thing. Comebacks are usually my go-to against man, but we gotta hang on to the pass. Let's run you off, drag you under. Somebody's got it. Oh, I just did that again. Are you serious? All right, now that we got our head out of our butt and came up for air, let's see if we can do this right. Come across. Go deep. Run everybody off. Tyler Brown cutting underneath to pull people down. He's only rushing 2. He's trailing way out with his user. Moore should get right behind. There we go. Don't know why this guy abandoned the man all of a sudden on 3rd and 20 and did like a cover 2 with zone drop set to 15 yards, but his problem, not ours. Keep it going. No. Not going to be a running game. See if he gets right back in the man. Certainly looks like it. Looks like press coverage all the way around. Over top, manned up. There's a chance Moore wins on that deeper out. If not, probably looking Williams. I think Williams will win on the drag. Yeah, Williams won pretty easily. That baby Antonio. Been hitting this pretty much right when we get in the red zone on our first drive of the game lately, so stick to it. Man again. Get on that outside guy. Ooh, yeah, got Antonio blown up. If that tackle kicks out a little faster, I think that's a touchdown. Instead, it was gruesome. Okay. Man covered. He wants to patrol the middle. You down? Yeah, we'll run if you're going to give us that, bozo.
Slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He'll be brought down for a 5-yard goal coming up.
Been trying to work this RPO in a little bit more regularly lately. I like it's a good like RPO in the flat with a shifty 92 speed guy. Didn't work there. But then you can also actually get hot routes off on the inside slot receiver, so you can kind of set up like a quick hitting post. If they crash down, you hit the post. If they stay back, you hit the flat. If the hole was there, I could just keep it with Klubnik. Didn't work there, but I think we're going to keep working that in. Goofed around with it in practice mode the other day for a few minutes. I think it's something that could work down here in the red zone. Man coverage, nothing. Just get out. Run. You're faster than that, right? Yeah, Klubnik. Underrated wheels, man. Let's go, Cade. 14-0 Tigers. Foolish kick return by him, so he's pinned all the way at his own 10. Standard cover 3. Immediate pressure again. Oh, no chance, right? Yeah, that's tomfoolery. Man, Will Held is taking... Who's that? Proctor at left tackle? Will Held is taking his lunch money on every single snap. That'd be fun if we just get like natural four-man pressure all game. Taken off. Quick tackle. There we go. 3rd and long. Into the first. He has been in the same formation 100% of the plays. Is it that? Yeah, the curl play again. Way to hang on, though, Ryan Williams. Ooh, no huddle quick. Do we set up to gap shoot a run, or is he just throwing a flat to Jam Miller? Trying to audible. Oh, I don't know. Do I shoot the gap, or do I dart outside? Shoot! Oh, I guessed wrong. Good play, good play. And no huddle again. Alright, we can at least go back to coverage, some stunts. What? Why? 4 for 9? Like curls play again? Okay, I went left, he threw it right. This shouldn't work at all, right? I mean, not that it has, but just for a guy that sticks in one thing, you made it to Heisman running this? I'm not seeing it. Oh no, surely not. What the F? It's got to be on him holding or, yeah, pass interference on Jam Miller, the running back. Yeah, I guess we're just stopping this all game. This is his scheme. It is non-negotiable. Boom! Good hit, Sammy Brown. Way to hang on, Jeremy Bernard. Same exact. Boom! No, less of a boom there. Less of a boom. 3rd and 4. I'm just crashing down with Khalil Barnes in here. You're going to throw it right at me? You threw it right at me. You're a goober, man. Get out of here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he's gone. I don't know how you got here, but good luck out there, friend. 8-0 to start the year. Clemson rules. That guy stinks. I would only barely call that a game, but here's the box score from that game. Here's the stats. Only got 1 possession on offense. Wasn't super pretty, actually, but we found the end zone with a Cade Klubnik scramble. Up-to-date season stats. You know, I hate to be a broken record, but the quits are just getting kind of ridiculous, man. We can't compile any, like, realistic-looking numbers. We're going to need some really big, like, full games on the back half of this. Defense, a lot of interceptions. Still waiting on those sacks, though. TJ Parker, Peter Woods, where are you guys? But Khalil Barnes, good to see you're climbing the list. You weren't even on this list a couple of games ago. 17 picks through 8 games. Love that. And I'm thinking about something a little bit different for Game 9. I guess if you're hearing this, it means it worked out. I think I'm going to do a lot less edits, a lot less cuts, and just kind of talk through the entire game, more or less. There'll still be a few, you know, just blatant, obvious, like, wasted time, but see the adjustments, see the times that I call, the plays that I call, hear why I called them the way I called them, when I change my zone drops, what I set them to, etc. And just see if that's a little bit better of an experience. Obviously, if the guy ends up quitting super fast, or if it's like an hour-long game, you probably won't hear any of this at all, and I would have just chopped it up like the other videos, but let's give that a try this time. Once we get into the game, there'll be a lot less edits and cuts, and just kind of hear my thought process through the whole thing. 8-0, let's keep it going. Game 9 coming right up. Florida State. V Smooth 93, Heisman player, couple of natties, pretty balanced offense, 49% pass, 49% run. Really excited that we get to play at least one ACC opponent on this schedule. We are trying to win a conference championship after all. Played a handful of SEC teams, played Ohio State and Michigan, Oregon a couple of times. So pretty much an all SEC and Big Ten schedule so far. At least we get one ACC team. It'll probably be the only one if we're being honest, but at least we get one. We always directional kick left. Try to shoot out to that outside guy and pinch it off from the sideline. It wouldn't let us get all the way out there, so we just try to create havoc with the guy in the middle. These first couple of play calls, you'll see me like pretty much waste all of the clock. I'm just trying to set up the guys in the spots that I want them. Knock it out early, and then the rest of the game you don't have to worry about it. I don't want to have a 4th and 1 later and the clock's ticking down and I go to double mug and mid blitz and I'm like, oh man, I don't have everybody in the right spot. Good play, Wade Woodass. So that's just something, offense and defense, you'll see me kind of set everything up those first couple of plays, so then we're set for the rest of the game. Not actually running double mug anytime soon, but just getting it ready for when we need it. See, I got stunts on again. I really hope he's passing here. Okay, play action. Scramble. Can't fault him there. I don't think Florida State has nearly enough firepower to not use Castellanos' legs, so probably should plan for that, and we eventually might have to scheme up, make sure we stop that. But we never panic on the first drive. He could gain positive yards every single play. As long as we're making him work, as long as we make it take 10, 12 plays, it's a success, even if he scores. You know, nice run there, but 8, 9 yards isn't anywhere close to the end zone. We're not bothered by that. Another run. TJ Parker got off his block. He picked up the first down, but TJ Parker got off his block and kept it pretty minimal. Yeah, we're just feeling him out. We are ready to gap shoot this time. No stunts. Oh, and of course he's passing. Oh. Well, something went off there. That was not right. He had the whole middle of the field wide open. We'll take it, though. Finally finished setting up all these formations. Gap shoot. Oh, he kept it. Option play. Okay. Gain 6, but sets up the most important play of the game so far. An actual third down with, it's not 3rd and long, but... And we're going to hit him with this blitz. If this works right, if we get the stunt off right, Sammy Brown might come in untouched. Yeah, just like that. That looping 92 speed. What a play, Sammy Brown. Just like that, 4th and long. He tried to pass 3rd and 4 instead of keeping it safe, and now he's looking at a 4th and 12. You saw we set our zone drops. Our outside, our flats are at 15s. Our yellows in the middle, our 2 linebackers, they're going to stay at 10. I do want a little bit of separation there. I think comebacks and corners and stuff, he's more likely to want to go deeper. Things over the middle, I like 10. Nothing open. You can't run for that. You can't run for gang tackle. Okay. Okay, he actually broke a little bit of a tackle there, but yeah. Set the zone drops back. He had absolutely nothing. If he held the ball for a second longer, he was going to be sacked. Our ball. And then, yeah, now you can just watch me make some subs. This is something I do as long as I have time on the clock, on the pause screen. I'll put in starters at backups, at safety and linebacker. And that's just to help on kick coverage. I know that's like an extra level of sweaty nerdness, but if you got time on the clock, you might as well. So like you take, your starting strong safety, make him the backup free safety, take your starting free safety, make him the backup strong safety, etc., etc. Same with the linebackers. So I'll have like Brown backing up Woodass backing up Sammy Brown. Doesn't affect the stuff that happens on, on defense or offense at all. All the starters are still in the right spots. But then on kick coverage, which is all, second stringers, it gets Sammy Brown and Wade Woodass and, the best players on your team. It gets them on the field for that. So, like I said, extra level of sweaty nerdiness, but hey, I can't help what I am. Here's our usual starter play. Just relax and make a read. Wide open. Oh, I must have made a mistake, though. Tyler Brown shouldn't be there. And we're coming quick, though. We'll fix that later. Hitting them with our favorite little screen. I know usually we save this for the red zone, but show it to them early. Oh, we got a little something. Here. Oh, look at that, like, shifty turbo. He's gone. Yes. Well, that's about as good of a start as you can have. Force a fourth down stop on his first drive. 2 plays into the end zone, and we didn't really have to even show him anything too crazy. Hell of a start. 7-0 Tigers early. Not much more to add. It's weird though, Antonio Williams, like, when the ball is in his hands, it's like, how is he not leading my team in everything? And yet he lags behind the other 2 big receivers. I don't know if you can see some of those starters on the field there now. Like that was Lucas and Woodass and Brown in on the tackle. Just, we don't want to give up any cheapies on special teams, and if there's something that we can spend 10 extra seconds doing with the depth chart, we'll do it. And I do feel like it does make a difference. It's not like I'm, big hitting and forcing fumbles on every kickoff, but I do think I notice less kick return touchdowns when I have my best players on the field. Shoot the gap, not even close, just make a tackle. Ooh, good hit, Barnes. And my philosophy, especially when I force a stop first drive and then we score so quickly, kind of just going to be an extension of the first drive. No reason at all to really take any, too extreme risk, make any drastic changes. He's already had his serve broken by starting with ball and failing, and us taking the lead despite getting ball second. So he has to match us the rest of the game and get a stop somewhere just to kind of make that right. So yeah, why would we help you with that? You can run 4 or 5 plays in a row. You can do whatever you feel like you need to do. Screen, I would like to get a tackle in on that, though. Good play, good play. That was his first completion. So he's running a lot. He's called more plays than he's actually passes thrown. He scrambled a couple times. Setting up some kind of real run defense here, though. Oh, and he's play actioning, and that guy's wide open. Yeah, good play. Much better drive this time. We're never going to let a couple of first downs, even a big play here or there, shake what we're trying to do. He's still 40 yards from the end zone, so no need to gap shoot. Don't throw it. Oh, he threw it right at me. Wade Woodass. And see, that's exactly it. I feel like a lot of people there, oh man, he's gotten a couple of first downs, or, he hit his biggest play of the game on that 20-yard play action pass. We're staying in what we stay in. Make him keep working, and he threw a pick right to us the very next play. Barely got it off. Big play. Big play to start this drive. 3 for 3, 83 yards for Klubnik. Barely got that one off, but you guys have probably figured out this play by now. Kind of what we're looking for. If it's man, we're looking right. If it's zone, we're looking left. Kind of a levels concept over the middle, and then 2 man beaters on the right. Take Antonio for an easy 7. Get him up to 40 yards early on in the game. And that's a good first quarter. 1 offensive drive, scored immediately. 2 defensive drives, 2 stops. He's got 0 points. Can't ask for much better. And now let's fade stop it. Our kind of back shoulder stop route's going to be right at the goal line. Got man coverage on the left, and he won pretty easily. Attaboy Moore. Let's pound the rock. I think this play scored a touchdown for me like 1 time early in the season. And the 8 times I've run it since, it's either a 1-yard gain or no gain, but I just keep running it. Yeah, that's about right. A 1-yard gain. It looks cool, though. Big power eye, a lot of blockers. Goal line play, we'll look for Williams, kind of trailing Wesco. Oh, I should have thrown to the tight end. Tight end is just standing in the corner of the end zone. This is kind of a noob move to no huddle that. Surely he saw the same thing I saw, right? But if he's in that exact same thing, this tight end that we never throw to is just going to be standing there. Yeah, he is. Can you get it over his head? Yeah, there we go. I guess he didn't see the same thing that I saw. Whatever. 14-0 Clemson. I honestly can't wait until the kind of the end of this season and the start of the Indiana season that I want to do next. I think in between those 2 things, I'm going to make like a one-time kind of tutorial video about my scheme. I'm going to use the Indiana playbook in that, though, and I can't wait to show you guys some of those plays, like the money plays, the red zone plays. I think that Indiana playbook is just so dominant. And when I can show you what I run out of that playbook, I can show you what I'm kind of trying to create with that last play. I think it'll make a lot more sense. But you'll see that this Clemson version is very much like a piece of crap Temu version. But we got a touchdown there. Olsen Pat Henry, I think is his name. 2 catches on the year, 2 touchdowns. Let's give him some cover 9 with a stunt. I think he could be in pass mode, falling behind 2 scores early. Nope, he ran, and it was pretty wide open. Which you'd expect if you stunt, and I think I even pass committed there. But again, it's even more of the same. We've now broken your serve twice. So if you want to run the ball for 8 yards a carry and take 3 minutes to score, down 14-0 and us getting ball at half and all that, absolutely, knock yourself out. We're not going to overcommit with run defense and give up some bombs. Yeah, he's testing it right now. He says, you're just going to let me run? Bet. I'll do it. I'll run every play. But I wasn't joking with you, man. The run is yours. We are going to try to scare him with our mid-blitz here, though. You guys saw the zone drops, everything but the purples at 0. Get out there. Way to rally. Jaden Lucas came down, held him up. TJ Parker came and knocked his head off. 4th and 2, and I think we're probably going to stick in that same thing. Yeah, zone drops, the flats and the yellows are at 0. The purple's at 25, just to kind of act like a deep blue on the side where we think halfback direct. Oh, no, you cannot. You're not halfback directing to the side with Sammy Brown and Peter Woods, man. No siree. 3 drives, 3 stops, no points. Truly thought he would pass there, even though he's been a heavy run guy. We had the flats at 0, the yellows at 0, and a deep purple at 25, just trying to force a quick throw and have one of those zeros jump it. But he ran a halfback direct, and he ran it to the side with 2 amazing run stoppers. Total waste of a first down run, but that's okay. Would prefer for this to be on the left hash, but the way this game started, we don't need to be too uptight. I think we can loosen up a little bit. It's okay if we don't play like a machine. Oh, man, they were both wide open. I could have thrown that to Moore or Williams, but I needed to, whichever one I picked, I needed to not throw a terrible red pass. First incompletion of the game, I think. Kind of the same thing here. I'd prefer to be on the right hash for fade stop, just so the stop route doesn't leak anywhere close to the middle, but hang on. Oh yeah, not even. He got really cooked. No contact at all. 8 of 9, 135. Our opponent's 2 for 4 for 26. And that's kind of the difference between trying to be balanced, trying to run heavy, and passing. You can get a lot of chunks when you're willing to air it out. Ooh, that broke down. But I like that we didn't throw it, we didn't force it. I think that's a common, like, rookie mistake, lower level mistake. 2nd and 12, like, who gives a shit? When your offense is geared for 15, 20, 25, 30-yard plays, all that matters is that you have the ball. Williams? Nice. Good play. Yeah, like taking a sack, even that was only a 2-yard loss, but even if it were 5, 6, 7-yard loss, who cares? The only time you don't take a sack is basically a 4th down. Other than that, get out there? No. Other than that, having the ball is all that matters. So always, always, always opt for the sack over the panic throw into coverage and throwing an interception. I think that's one of the biggest things you'll find with the season that I have. I'm pretty green with this offense, still kind of figuring it out on the fly. But no matter what team I use, no matter what scheme I'm running, I will always force way more interceptions than interceptions that I throw, period. And that's kind of the name of video game football. Gonna try this RPO again. Williams in the flat block. Nice. 21-0 Clemson. And we don't have that many yards either. 150 yards. But about as perfect as you could ask for. 12 seconds left. This guy doesn't really have any real offense, but if he did, not enough time to do anything. 21-0 gonna be our ball. Really surprised, honestly, that he hasn't quit out, but I'm really thankful that he hasn't. Hopefully this is a game where we can maybe have some fun and compile some stats. All the zone drops are set. We don't want to quite commit to like quarters 3 deep yet, because he could rattle off like a 40-yard play with that and get a field goal. So we're just going with zone drops. And then at this point, we could just go quarters 3 deep now. But he's not going into like a Hail Mary or anything. I probably should be in quarters 3 deep because I don't think he has the time, but I didn't want to risk like a 15-yard out and then a field goal. Yeah, but there was never any real threat there. Can we return this? Left or right? Left or right? Left or right? Oh, I should have stayed right. Ugh. That's my bad. That had a chance to be like a 98-yarder. Avion Terrell. Sorry, friend. Great pick, though. Good return. Yeah, I mean, this guy's pretty bagged up. 2 for 5, 26 yards passing. We're 11 for 12, 157, and 3 TDs. I know he's on the road. I don't know anything about this guy. Do you use Florida State all the time? Is this a team you're using for just the first or second time? If so, Clemson would be a tough place to play on the road. But yeah, kind of an odd scheme. He does not look equipped to win from behind or kind of play keep up. I like a middle return. I couldn't quite get out. But keep it nice and centered in the middle of the field always makes starting the drive easier. And since this game seems pretty comfortable right now, I don't know, what do you guys, if there is anybody other than just me watching these, once I upload them to YouTube, what are you guys thinking so far? Comments, questions, concerns? TJ Moore wide open? Anything extra? Nice. Yeah, guess I should let everybody know. Not a streamer, not a content creator. Not something I really plan to get into. So I know, like, if you're watching these, you're probably like, man, this is really, like, low quality. And hang on. No. Second drop of the game. But yeah, I'm not doing a bunch of fancy editing. Don't have a bunch of fancy equipment. Kind of just making these for me. But, hey, you might as well post them publicly. You never know if somebody stumbles across them and it helps them out on the game or entertains them for an afternoon or whatever it helps them with. Good play, TJ Moore. You're looking good today, man. 5 for 99. We got to get you over that 100-yard mark. It felt like a pretty good day of spreading it around. I feel like Williams is around there, like 60, 70 yards. Moore's at 99. Let's see if they show Williams' stats after the screen. Oh, what am I talking about? I just no huddle. Why would they show his stats when I no huddle? Wesco check down. Nice. And I saw out of the corner of my eye, Tyler Brown's just sitting wide open on that smoke screen. So we're going to no huddle it again, keep his head spinning. He is audibling, though, but let's keep an eye on that. Yeah, smoke screen wide open. Pick up another 6, 7, 8 yards. I like that we have this in the bag if we need it. That's just not working, though. So he's at 7 for 72. Moore was at 99. And now he's over 100. Good game, TJ Moore. 6 for 107. I swear I feel like he's been the guy all year. And yet Wesco with those like freebies on the trick plays has so many more yards than everybody. Gideon Davidson, will this be your first touchdown of the year? Yes, I think so. I don't think he has another one, does he? I don't know. If so, enjoy your second touchdown of the year. But I think that might have been his first. Super freshman, Gideon Davidson, finding the end zone first time this season. Yeah, what was I rambling about? Yeah, what do you guys think of this? Is this fun? Is this a waste of time? Do you have any tips and tricks? I'm sure I could be doing a lot of things better. Like I said, though, just not really using any fancy equipment. Don't really know how to work all these like video editing programs very well. Don't have any aspirations to be a full-time or even like a part-time content creator or streamer or anything. I'm just a 36-year-old man who's been playing the hell out of these games pretty competitively since he was, like 16. Been like 20 years now. Always had like multiple top 100 accounts on the old NCAAs, the old Maddens. Yeah, good sack. Who was that? I think that was Woods and Alexander splitting a sack. It's probably how we'll write it down, at least. Although this guy makes it to the end of the game, we'll just check the actual in-game box score and get the official numbers. Good play. I'm not even really calling the game anymore, just rambling. But yeah, I've been playing these super competitively for like 20 years. You know, some money games online, some like money tournaments online. I was always like the far and away like the best guy in my friend group. Played the hell out of this game the last 2 years now that it's back. You know, it was probably what, 9 or 10 years, 8 or 9 years that I played NCAA online really competitively. Then, of course, they took it away. Played Madden online really competitively for about a decade. And then the last 2 years I've been back on this. Last year I at least played a little bit of Madden. This year... Oh, give me that pick. This year I did the like early bundle, college football and Madden, and, you know, get to play a couple days early. I have not touched Madden a single time. Which is totally irresponsible, by the way. Don't do that, kids at home. Don't spend money on stuff you're not going to use. But I've been really liking this game. Now, it has gotten boring towards the end lately. Good play by him. But I have not touched Madden a single time this year. 18 of 20. Cade Klubnik, you needed this game, man. Let's see if we can bow up on defense. And we got a shutout late in the game. Let's see if we can keep this shutout. But yeah, aside from obvious... Ball! Get on that! Oh, what a wacky play. Aside from obvious criticisms, which still feel free to deliver, but like, your voice sucks, your editing is bad, blah, blah, blah. That stuff's all fair. And I'll try to see if I can work on it, but what do you guys think of just the premise of this? Like, you wish your favorite pick? Sammy Brown. Dude, you are an awesome user. You are fun to user with, but I swear that's like the 8th interception this year that just bricked off your hands. But whatever. At least it's in a game where it doesn't matter. What do you guys think of this concept? Like, would you like to see some of your other favorite YouTubers, higher levels of online play, but then kind of doing a full season, another screen, doing a full season, tracking stats, that sort of thing? You know, I think this premise is really, really, really good. It just makes me sad that you're kind of limited, in my opinion, the teams that you can do this with at the higher level. And it's simply because they don't let you switch playbooks. Yeah, I might use the rest of this video to just get up on a soapbox and rant. But it drives me nuts that you can't switch playbooks. Sammy Brown. Oh, Sammy Brown. Rough couple of plays for you. Like, I don't know how many of you, a lot of you guys are probably pretty young. Like I said, I've been doing these online for like 20 years, back to the old NCAAs. And the way it used to work, you spend like a month, first month of the game cycle, playing around with different teams, different playbooks, getting a feel for, what's going to kind of be your team and your scheme that year. Not in yet. Shutout remains. And so you kind of find your team, and, one year it's, I really like using Missouri, but I like Florida's playbook. The next year I really like using Rutgers, but I like using Texas A&M's playbook. So on and so forth. Doesn't really matter what combination you find your team and your scheme that year. But then the fun part, you're using your team, half the time. The other half the time, because you've kind of mastered a really good scheme, Stonewalled, still not in. Because you've kind of mastered this scheme, you can bounce around and play with any team that you want. And that's what this game used to be for me when I was, 16, 17, 18 years old. Would master a scheme and would have a team that I preferred to use that year if it was, kind of I'm just in like grind mode, or, I'm playing a high level player, I want to use my best, whatever. But then the rest of the time, great stop by Sammy Brown. Redemption. We got an actual chance to turn him away and keep the shutout. You're watching like Akron versus Ball State on Tuesday night. And you're like, oh man, like Ball State, nice. Let's go. Shut out. You're watching Ball State and you're like, hey, Ball State's kind of nice. I'm at halftime. I'm gonna fire up the old PS3 and see what I think of their roster. And then you end up, because you trust your scheme, you're like, oh yeah, no, this kind of fits my, the scheme I've been running with Missouri most of the year. I'll put that guy in the Jeremy Maclin spot. Wesco, nice. I'll put that guy in the Jeremy Maclin spot, and I'll put this guy in the so-and-so spot, and then you have fun for a night using Ball State a couple of games. He's out of here. Well, we got longer than most of our games, so we'll take that, and I guess I'll just keep ranting for a few minutes. Yeah, so you like your scheme, you trust your scheme, so you can plug in Ball State and have fun with Ball State on a Tuesday night. Then Friday rolls around and a bad Pitt team beats West Virginia that night on ESPN, and you watch that and you're like, man, like Pitt looked really, really cool tonight. I want to get on and use Pitt. And because you can just plug in the scheme you've already mastered, it makes using Pitt a lot of fun. Then, Saturday rolls around and Penn State put belt to ass in the 11 o'clock slot on Saturday morning. You want to use them later in the day. And then in the 3 o'clock slot, Georgia looked really cool. I might have to try Georgia later. When you can pick the playbook and the scheme that you want, it makes every team on this game usable. And when you can't do that, it really, really limits and handcuffs the teams that you can use. And that's just a thing that I really think they dropped the ball on, not letting us change playbooks online. I've heard a couple of different things from, we worked so hard on the uniqueness of the playbooks that we wanted to make you stick with them. You shouldn't be able to run stuff that only Tennessee runs in real life with, South Florida and blah, 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 blah. And I think there's a small little bit of that's true. I mean, I'm sure they do take pride in the uniqueness of the playbooks. The other one I've heard the most of is they just don't want, cheese to run rampant online, which I can see that to an extent. There's in these flexbone playbooks, you can go a couple packages over and put your wide receivers at the halfback spots, the wingback spots. So imagine how many top 100 guys would be using South Carolina, just running the flexbone with Lenora Sellers as a 250-pound flexbone quarterback with 90 speed. And then you have Nick Harbor, 99 speed, 6'5", 240, playing running back. That would be pretty crazy. But I really don't think most people would do that. And I think because you're trying to prevent the small percentage of really cheesy, rank-focused players, you're trying to prevent them from being able to do the ultimate cheese. You take a lot of the fun away from people like me and probably people like you watching this. I want to put in the work, feel really good about a scheme, and then be able to use that scheme with a ton of different teams. Because between, rosters, uniforms, stadium atmosphere, all that, there's 75 different teams that I would have a blast using on this game. And I don't get to use them because I'm not going to try, Notre Dame for the first time all year. Haven't used them once. I'm not going to hop into a game on the Heisman tier trying to learn a playbook for the very first time. And what do you know? I've connected to the 20th ranked player in the world. He's played 2,000 games with LSU. He's the home team. I can't call any hot routes, any audibles, and I'm feeling out the playbook for the first time ever. No thank you. So I really hope that's something they look into next year. And I'll throw the stats up on the screen while I'm rambling nonsense, by the way. But yeah, I hope that's something they look into next year. Bring it back like they did the old NCAAs, the way that Madden still is. At least last I checked, as of a year ago, you could be the Chargers, but use the Jaguars playbook. And that's how it's always been on these video games. So I really hope that's something they consider going back to next year. I just think it makes the long-term playability a lot better when you can put in the work early to kind of master a scheme, and then the rest of the year you get to just have fun. Like teams that look really cool in real life, you get to hop on the game and use them and feel confident in using them. So yeah, I know I was just on like a soapbox for the last 15 minutes, but I don't know. If there is anybody watching these, let me know what you guys think in the comments there. I think they do a really big disservice to their general player base, like online head-to-head player base, by not letting us switch playbooks with different teams. And I just think it would open up a lot more teams, make a lot more teams playable, usable. And in doing that, you get a lot more like long-term playability out of the game, which is always a positive, you would think. But Clemson, 9-0, unbeatable. Let me know what you guys think. My talking, the new format, whatever. Be back tomorrow. Go Tigers!